Hi guys, welcome back to Placement Podcast, and today I am with Tim, who is a second year business studies student, and he recently secured a placement with TransLink in the finance division. So hi Tim.
Hiya.
So we've got a couple of wee questions about why you decided to do placement. So your first question is, why did you decide to do placement then?
Okay, so I actually knew from the kind of university process of applying that I wanted to do a placement. Obviously our careers advisors and careers lecturers in school had obviously talked about what placement is and what it involves and the benefits of it. So I actually kind of had that first step in that, knowing when I was applying that I wanted to do a placement. When it came to the tail end of first year and the very start of second year, when it's time to kind of get the ball rolling with placement, I really decided that it was for me, because I wanted to try and put into practice what I've learned in the first 2 years of my course, and basically have that context specific kind of experience that I can bring into final year. I have quite the gift that my course is quite generic. I chose it for that reason, because I wasn't entirely sure what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to work somewhere within business, as generic as that sounds. But I basically decided to get placement to try and help me along that process of deciding what area of business do I want to focus in, and to really get that hands-on experience that I can then bring in and use as context for my final year work, and obviously to try and make me more employable when it comes to searching for graduate jobs.
Okay, so did you get any talks from careers consultants or course directors at all about placement?
Yeah, so right from the get-go, we actually had a talk at our introduction back in first year. That seems like ages ago now, but basically they had talked about placement and the fact that first year would kind of happen, and then second year, as soon as we got into second year, they would be straight with us about placement, and that was true. So it was nice to have that preparation, knowing that as soon as we started in the first week of second year that they were going to be giving us information on placement, because it allowed us to have a think about it over summer and kind of think, what areas might I like to work in, what areas might I like to apply for. So as well as that, we actually had in semester 1 of second year, we had a 12-week module on career entrepreneurship. So it basically focused on the practical skills on securing a placement, so interview skills, assessment centres, CV builders, all of those kind of practical skills, and that really gave us a good footing to go through the placement process, basically, the stuff that we were going to have to do to secure a placement. So those talks, as well, we had some people from the Career Development Centre coming in, and they did various talks, kind of one-off talks in different lectures, and then additional modules that we were able to actually gain accreditation for the Edge Award through, which was really good as well.
Okay, so what kind of companies did you apply for to start with?
Yeah, so I kind of had a vision in my mind that I wanted to work within quite a specific sector, but it's a sector that necessarily doesn't demand a university degree, and particularly a degree in business studies. So I've kind of put that on the back burner for the while to get through university and to gain the experience in a business and then move into that sector. But I know that that sector isn't an area that I'll probably stay in for all of my career. So I started with those companies to see what opportunities might be out there. I wasn't expecting an awful lot, because I knew they didn't require a university degree, so I wasn't expecting an awful lot, but I tried anyway, exhausted those options, and established some really good contacts actually. I did that actually during the summer, so that when I came into second year, I knew whether I had options there or not, and then I was able to apply for some of the jobs that were on the recruit system and that were being emailed out by course directors, academic staff, different lecturers and stuff, and I was able to apply for those knowing that my other options had been exhausted.
Okay, so how did you go about applying for your position at TransLink?
Yeah, so it was actually a member of the academic staff who had sent out an email around about October time. It was actually quite an early closing date, so it really took me to be quite proactive about it. I didn't actually really read the full email at first, and then I was going back through all my placement related emails, and I looked at this one, looked at the job spec, quite liked the look of it. It sounded like quite an interesting job role. I had spoke to my lecturer in semester 1 from the career entrepreneurship module, and I'd asked him did he know anything about it. He actually did, and he knew some of the people who were there, and I was able to get in touch with some of those people on LinkedIn, various things, Facebook, all that kind of crack, and I was able to learn a bit about the job, because I think that's important going in, knowing what you're applying for. From there, it was really quite a straightforward process. It was a CV with a cover letter that included your first year grades. So it was as simple as that. Shortlist for interview. Obviously got the interview, and then from the interview it was a case of waiting to hear if I got an offer or not, which I was fortunate enough to do. So it was quite a straightforward process.
Happy days. So what do you hope to gain from placement then?
Yeah, so when I came to university, one of the skills that I was probably quite bad at was timekeeping. Timekeeping was something I was never really that good at. I have got better at it during my sort of degree so far, obviously with different commitments on campus and off campus and prioritising my time. But I'm really hoping to actually gain those timekeeping skills by getting into a regular kind of 9 to 5 routine. Basically, getting used to working in a business environment, prioritising meetings when they need to happen and where I need to be. So the timekeeping one is really important for me. Team working as well. I've a lot of experience team working in my part-time job and in voluntary stuff that I do, but nothing as big as the scale of an organisation like TransLink. So obviously team working has a whole extra scope to it. So I'm really looking forward to that and working within such a big team. And then generally just getting some business related contacts that I can bring into my final year studies and really help me through in searching for grad jobs.
Okay, well, good luck with your journey and placement.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.